$100,000, 200,000, $250,000 a year almost income for yourself. But before we get into that, because that's going to be a little bit technical, let's take a couple of steps back, because I wanted to ask you about why internet marketing. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to be listening to this interview, that are listening to this interview now, that are already into internet marketing, more advanced internet marketers, but there's also a lot of people who are newbies to it, or are considering getting into it. And I'm sure they're kind of considering the pros and cons, and maybe they're looking into franchises and multi-level marketing and all kinds of other means to replace their income or add to their income. Basically, different types of business opportunities. So just taking a couple of steps back, why internet marketing? What do you think? What are the wealth creation principles, if you will, that you feel were compelling enough for you to go for internet marketing as opposed to something else? Is there anything that you felt was really compelling about internet marketing as opposed to just business in general, offline business, real world business?
Yeah, there was, and what I saw you doing, because you were teaching how to market ebooks online, and it was clear that if you could create a website like this, it's 100% automated, and it's going to sell your products and bring you money without you having to do anything.
Absolutely.
And, why do hard work when we don't have to? So. And also I see other people around me, like my dad, making a lot of money but working very hard. He's a building contractor and he builds blocks of flats and things like this. So it makes a lot of money, but he works hard and there's a lot of stress, a lot of risk. With a website, there's none of that. It's clean, it's simple. The overheads,
it can be automated.
It's automated. The overheads are practically zero.
Absolutely.
It's like a dream
passive
business.
income.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the key lessons I got from Rich Dad Poor Dad is that there's two types of income. Actually, there's three, but let's focus on the first two. First type of income is earned income. You work for 30 days, you get paid, you spend that money. What have you got to do? You got to work another 30 days, and on and on and on, and that's the rat race. As opposed to passive income stream, where you work hard, maybe 10 days, 30 days, maybe 2 years, but you work really hard at it, or you work at it, but then you create an income stream that is ongoing, month after month, day after day after day. Then you create a second income stream, and once you've done with that first one, and then you create a third one. And you've been able to do within a year and a half, 2, 3, 4 different income streams. I now, this is me kind of blowing my own trumpet here, but I now have over 70 different income streams, all leading to my bank accounts, because I've understood this principle. You set up one income stream, automated passive income, move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. So yes, passive income is an automation of websites that's very important. Also leverage, from the point of view of leverage, and that's a key wealth creation aspect as well of the internet. Like, how do you leverage the internet?
Well, one of the key things is that the fact that your time is detached from your earnings, because a lot of people go into business, and although they're self-employed, it sounds great, but if their time is still directly proportional to how much money they can earn, then
there's a ceiling to how much they can earn,
because you're trading your life for your income.
Exactly. And the best way to not trade your time for your life is to create a product, or to have a product to sell, to license a product, basically, or maybe take your knowledge and create a product out of it, an information product. Because when you're selling a product, or when your websites are selling a product, you are no longer exchanging your time for money. Affiliates can sell it for you, resellers, salespeople can sell it for you, your websites with a sales page can sell it for you, people who have catalogs, mailing lists, mailing houses can sell it for you, newspapers, magazines through advertising can sell it for you. So you are decoupling your time usage and your income, and that is very, very important. So suddenly, when you're selling products, there is no limit to your income, as opposed to being a doctor, a lawyer, a consultant. Even if you're highly paid doctors, lawyers, consultants, you name it, if you're exchanging your time for money, there will always be a ceiling to how much money you can make, and plus you'll always find that you lack time. And when you don't have time, you don't have time to create new income streams, or new businesses, new investments. advertisements. So you find yourself just being caught again in this rat race, even if you're highly paid. So that's very important, absolutely. Another very key wealth creation principle that applies very well to the area of internet marketing. So we talked about passive income, we talked about creating product and no longer exchanging your time for money. What else is there about internet marketing that really applies these wealth creation principles? For example, I touched about a bit about leverage. Now, how I explain this, and I know that you saw people tapping into this, this awesome leverage of the internet, and you were inspired to do the same. One of the key principles of wealth creation is leverage. The idea is, with a little bit, you create a lot, or with a little bit of effort, you make a lot of money. You tap into things such as, or you leverage things such as the reach of the internet, the technology. You tap into the power of email marketing. You tap into the power of joint ventures. You leverage advertising, where one person can reach millions of people by paying for advertising, kind of thing. What else do you leverage? You can leverage other people's work, other people's time. You can leverage the work of affiliates that sell your products for you. You can leverage networks, which is what you've been able to do brilliantly. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else out there that makes as much money or as cleverly as you do from YouTube. I think you're adding hundreds of subscribers a day to your mailing list for free. 300 subscribers a day. That's incredible, because you've leveraged YouTube. You've leveraged a network. And so this is how you're able to make a lot more money without exchanging your time for money, because you've managed to use more leverage. And I think another thing about the internet is you're by leveraging the internet, you're reaching a global market. Yes, I mean you don't just sell products to just one country, I assume. Where do your clients come from?
Every so often, just for fun, I log on to my system and just see where the customers are, and it's from every corner of the earth, like, everywhere. Bulgaria, Australia, USA, you name it, Africa, Russia.
That's amazing, because you, from your office, I mean, I assume, do you have like teams of staff and offices all around the world, and high overheads? Like how many dozens of members of staff do you have now selling to people all over the world? None.
One of the jokes that me and my friend Joe have is we say to each other, "Oh, I've just got to go and do a bit of work. I've just got to refresh PayPal." It's like about as much work as you need to do.
That is amazing. And the fact is that this is 21st century business building. This is not 19th century models of where you have to have offices and staff and overheads and salespeople, what have you. We are tapping into a global market from our laptops. I mean, right now we're in Cyprus. We could be pretty much anywhere in the world doing this, anywhere that there's an internet connection anyway. And we don't need big teams or offices or overheads and things like that. This is 21st century business. And I know a lot of business people now, and they're still stuck in 19th century, 20th century mindset. They feel like they have to have big offices, teams of people, salespeople. They don't. They really don't. When you can leverage technology like email and fax and internet and Skype and YouTube and all of this, you just don't need this anymore.
Your website can be your sales team. Your website can be doing thousands of sales presentations at any one time to potential customers all over the world.
Absolutely.
It can be your customer support system. Your website can do it all.
Your marketing, your sales, your customer service. The way I like to see it, to explain this, even in tabs, it goes back into talking about leverage. If you have a great